Welcome to the Skin Scoop, Aestheticians Unplugged. I'm Lexus,
I'm Madison.
and it's our first episode.
This is crazy. Once we get to our 100th episode, we're going to be like professionals.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit weird, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, am I supposed to look at you when I talk, or am I supposed to look at the camera?
Don't know. But I'm really excited to be here because I think we're fun and interesting.
I think so too.
Today, we're going to be talking just a little bit about us and how we got started. And
The good, the bad, the ugly?
yeah, it was all ugly. Tell us about yourself,
Let me get comfy.
how you got started.
I feel like I need to face you.
Okay.
Because it actually makes,
yeah.
like, it's more of a conversation. It makes me feel more comfortable.
Cute. Okay.
Cute. So where we started?
Yeah, tell us
Do you
about
wanna
you.
name names? Are we naming schools?
I don't think so.
No?
I think we should keep that very
Kind of
vague.
vague.
Yeah.
So, like, I went to Toronto. Can I say that?
Yeah, of course. I think it's really interesting that you did so much education because not a
Yeah.
lot of people do.
Yeah, totally. So I started off in Toronto, and I did a couple of college courses there, and I stayed on residence there.
And that was like a 2-year program, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did 1 year.
Did you finish?
Sure. I fast-tracked that shit.
Okay.
So I did cosmetics and spa management there, and the course was like not what I expected it to be. It was so like makeup and oriented with like doing sales within Hudson's Bay.
Oh.
Yeah, like they were basically preparing us to go work at Hudson's Bay, go do makeup
Do you need a degree
applications.
to work at
Apparently.
Hudson's Bay?
It was so crazy. Or to like, you know how Sephora has, they have the hydrofacial devices now?
Yeah,
So then like
so
some people
ghetto.
are doing hydrofacial on them?
Yeah.
It was like that. Like they were like
Okay.
training us to be that way.
Oh.
And it was like full makeup. Like it was like, they did so much makeup, and that's not why I went to school there. I didn't think it was going to be like that.
What were you expecting, like, when you went into school? Were you expecting or knowing that you wanted to do medical aesthetics?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that that was going to be that way.
You knew you didn't want to be fucking with
I-
them feets.
I didn't want to be with them feet. No. So did that. I think that was in 2017. Like it was right after high school. And then I went to Waterloo and I did medical aesthetics there, and that's like 9-10 month program. And loved it, but also boot camp.
Seriously. I mean, I don't know if I would say I loved it. The girls hated me. They tried to get me kicked out. They called me a teacher's pet.
Loved the educational aspect of it.
I loved the teacher, the one teacher. The second one, not so much.
Not so much.
No.
No.
But yeah, it was boot camp. Like,
It was.
you weren't allowed to go into class if your hair wasn't done, if your makeup wasn't done, if you have chipped nail polish. You
Yeah.
had to be very presentable.
Yeah.
And in their head, they were preparing you for being in a spa.
Totally.
But it's so interesting because it's very much not like that.
Yeah. Like you had to have full beat.
Yeah, full B. Or at least if you were wearing natural eyes, let's say you were just wearing mascara, like it had to look like you were wearing makeup. So you had to
Yeah.
have a lip on
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And in the spa or clinics now, I mean, it was never like that. As soon as I left school, I never experienced that because I would go with just tinted sunscreen and be
Yeah.
fine. And honestly, I think it's better.
Yeah, because I feel like we want to show our natural skin a little bit more.
Yeah,
To, like,
show your work.
Like we're good at our job. This is what our face looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I will still get full glam sometimes, but I don't want to do that every fucking day.
No.
Come on. It's awful.
I don't want to do that every
Oh, and you
other
weren't
day.
allowed to have wet hair.
No.
That was a big no-no.
That was a big no.
You weren't allowed to shave.
No.
She was like, get rid of your razor right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You couldn't have acrylics. You couldn't have gel nails. You could have nail polish.
Couldn't be chipped.
Couldn't be chipped. Needed lipstick. Like, you had to be put together. And
they had the shittiest makeup too, and they wanted you to wear that. First of all, they had 3 shades. You see the color that I am? Do you think that matched me? No. It was white face to the max. It was awful. It was awful, and it was so janky.
Yeah, it was, and it smelled awful.
I think I still have some in my mom's basement.
For sure I do.
Yeah.
It's just decaying.
I know.
It's
it's like a...
Memoir?
Yeah, something
Memory?
like that.
Memoir?
No, I don't know if that's the word.
That's okay. Directionally challenged.
Memento? I think it's memento.
Okay. It's a memento. I'll go with that. Yeah, so we went to the same school in Waterloo. That's how you know the experience of it.
Yeah.
But the education part was good. Like, I feel like I learned a lot from it.
Yeah, for sure.
The medical side of it, not as much. But again, like, I feel like that's once you get out of school and in clinic, you learn so much more.
Yeah, the medical side was only once a week. We were in different years. She graduated before I did, but still around the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it was a like half day, wasn't it? Like
The
to 12?
side? Yeah. It
Yeah.
wasn't a full day.
Yeah. And you learned electrolysis. We did
Laser, IPL.
non-surgical facelift.
Yeah. What was that? Microcurrent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never used that after. Like, a lot of this stuff was very outdated.
Totally.
I mean, I think since we left now, they have a hydrofacial and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
which
it's a
is
little
nuts.
more with the times.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did not have that stuff. What else did we do? The like galvanic currents.
Yeah, galvanic. We had the oxygen machine.
Yes.
Well, I don't even know what
I
that
don't know
was
what that
called.
was. Yeah.
Muscle stimulation.
Yeah.
Or was
EMS.
that regular? I don't know if that was in the regular aesthetic part or...
I don't
But, like,
know.
they taught us electrolysis. And, like, there's probably one clinic around us that does electrolysis. Like, it's so rare. It's so tedious.
Very dated, almost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
It is the only pure form of
Permanent.
hair removal.
But nobody does it.
Nobody does it.
Everybody has laser.
Yeah, I would rather die.
Than do a full like electrolysis. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, run me over.
Yeah. How many clinics have you worked at since you left?
This is my 3rd clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Not bad. Got around a little bit. Trained by some nurses. Trained by some doctors. Which is cool. Lots of, like, certificate programs or, like, advanced training programs. Traveling, Chicago. We're going to LA.
Yeah.
Are we
So
going to
important.
LA? California?
Yeah. California.
We'll throw that little snippet in there. Just the song. California.
I feel like your experience was very normal. Nothing crazy happened, right? Or, I mean, was there drama, but...
In the educational aspect or in the aspect of, like, working in different clinics?
No, I mean, when you were in school.
When I was in school, there wasn't a ton of drama. I was definitely, like, teacher's pet because I love education.
Same.
But that's just the way that we like
Yeah.
education. So I'm going to do everything I can to get better educated. If I have to be the
Period.
teacher's pet, I'll be the teacher's pet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think it was, like, I literally don't care about the teacher. I'm just...
Yeah, like, I'm just trying to learn here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get as much knowledge as I possibly can.
Exactly.
But, like, there was some girls that didn't like me. But then there was some girls that really did like me. But I wasn't there to make friends.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the story of working with a big group of girls
Totally.
anyways.
And it was so many different ages, too. Like, you had really young people, and then you had some older people. So, like,
Yeah.
there were cliques and whatnot. But then leaving school, I think I'm friends with maybe one of them.
Yeah, me too. Aesthetic school is crazy. Like, honestly, I have so much trauma and PTSD from being there. I had the craziest drama.
Yeah.
I think we were one of the largest classes
Yeah.
that they had seen. I think there was 32 people or
Yeah, I
something
don't
like
even
that.
know how many were in
It was
mine.
massive and various age groups, and I was told that I had a Mariah Carey cackle, and this girl,
And maybe you do, and that's fine.
she hated me. I do not know. Well, it started with, another thing that we had to do was, we had like a list of duties that we had to do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And someone would assign them
Yeah.
to prepare for the spa. So sweeping the floors, whatever it is, wiping
Yeah.
the makeup stand. And I had to sweep the floors, but I was gathering my books. And so my friend started sweeping for me, and this girl was not having it. She was so upset that
Yeah.
I wasn't the one sweeping because that was my duties. But like, who cares? Because it was getting done.
She was like, bitch, I delegated and you're not
Yeah.
doing the delegation that I need you to do.
And so from there it spiraled, and she hated me, and she
Yeah.
wrote to the school and tried to get me kicked out. Like, it was awful. It was
Miss
awful.
Mariah Carey is being so awful to me.
Yeah.
In the past, baby.
But I was so happy to get out of there, and I started out in like a spa where
Yeah.
they had some medical aesthetics, but mostly massage, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That was the same for me.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you have to start there because those places are so ready to hire you, where
100%.
another medical aesthetics spa probably won't hire you
Yeah.
without experience.
You need to get the knowledge of working with people in
Absolutely.
actual service settings.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important.
I still think it's valuable, like, knowledge to know, regardless if you want to be like relaxation, spa, regular aesthetics, or advanced medical aesthetics. It's
Yeah.
still good to have a well-rounded education.
We always say you have to touch toes.
You have to touch toes. You can tell when someone hasn't touched the toes.
You can feel that energy.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's important.
But yeah, honestly, my time was chill. I worked at a medical spa after that for a while, and
How many have you done? Is this your third too?
yeah, my third too.
Oh, wow.
Cute.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And then Madison was obsessed with me, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
she wanted me to come work with her. We were Instagram besties.
We're two peas in a pod.
I know, and now we're just in love with each other.
Yeah.
And we work at the same clinic.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Why'd we start the podcast? Do you want to go into that in this episode, or like?
I mean, we can, yeah. Obviously, we're still learning.
Yeah.
But I think it's valuable knowledge to just put out there for the average person, because there's so much conflicting knowledge about
Yeah.
things. And honestly, we're just talkers.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to sit and
I
talk
know,
with my
it's so
girlie.
true. But like, let me tell you.
Yeah.
We're not doctors, we're not nurse
Yeah.
practitioners, we're not derms. We have knowledge from being in the field, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're both really great at our jobs, and I think that we're more like realistic
Yeah.
and give realistic expectations to clients and even like colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think our information is valuable to just put out there.
Yeah.
We're nice people. We're
Yeah.
cute. We are professionals.
Period.
Yeah, that's why we started the podcast, really. And
Yeah.
we're talkers.
Yeah, honestly, I just want to chat shit with my babe.
Yeah, like this just like allows us to hang out.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for how I got started and why we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And I want to know, do you have any advice for someone new going into aesthetics school?
Advice for new estheticians. You could also go into advice for new clients as well.
Yeah. What to
'cause
expect?
There's so much to it. For new estheticians, I would definitely say touch toes. Like, get that experience.
Yeah.
Like, touch some feet.
Yeah.
Do manis and pedis to, like, kick yourself off. Because, again, like, in school, you learn some about medical aesthetics, but not a ton.
Yeah, everything you get is going to be outside in the workforce.
Yeah, so even if you go to a place that does manis and pedis, but maybe they have a laser machine and someone else is operating that, and you start there and kind of work your way up, I think that's great to do.
Yeah.
Get your knowledge with working with people, but definitely, like, start slower. Like, I wouldn't say just throw yourself into like a plastic surgeon's office.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because that's a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, this industry is really cutthroat, and it is sink or swim, and you gotta be swimming.
Yeah.
So you have to hold your head up, you have to be confident, you have to be personable, you have to have social media, you have to do extra things.
You have to stay on top of everything. And I
Yeah.
think it honestly shows when someone is passionate about being in this industry, because I feel like a lot of people just see dollar signs, because
100%.
this industry is something that's been around for a long time. It's going to continue to grow. People are always going to be, you know, insecure or whatever and want to come to you for help. And some people just see that it is such a booming industry and get into it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So I hear a lot of times that this industry is oversaturated. I feel like that's pretty much any industry.
100%.
But I feel like it's oversaturated with not good people.
Yes.
And
I
we
agree.
need we need more people with brains.
Yes, I agree.
And like that, you people that enjoy what they're doing and helping people and working with people.
Well, that's like the main thing, right? Like, it's actually like helping people and reaching someone's goals. It's not dollar signs. Like, you can't view it that way.
No.
Because honestly, like, it's for estheticians working in the field, we're not making millions and millions of dollars. You might see large package prices, but like, that ain't happening, babe.
Yeah, no.
You gotta start slow and move up.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of room to grow, and you could
100%.
be, you know, someone that stays at a clinic for the rest of your life. You could be a solo esthetician. There's so much room to grow.
Yeah.
But when you are starting out, like, you are at the bottom of the barrel.
It's like a waitress or a waiter, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, very much so. My advice for people going in or going into aesthetics school is be present, learn as much as you can. It goes by very quick, depending on what you do. Like, obviously, the 2-year program, you only learn so much from it, but it is extended. It's a little bit slower pace, where when we went to our other one, it was like advanced,
Fast-tracked.
sped up
Yeah.
program.
It was
So
sink or swim.
it goes by very quick. You're doing multiple tests a week, like you're working long days.
Yeah.
Try to retain as much as you can and learn your ingredients. Learn your ingredients, babe.
We'll get into that next time. Dimethicone who? Yeah.
I think that's pretty much
That's
it.
good
That's the
advice.
first episode.
First episode.
Oh
my gosh. Wow.
Thanks for listening to our first episode.
Like, subscribe.
Do
join
all the
movement.
things. Join the Scoopies.
Do like a
We'll figure out a
sexual
name.
review.
Yeah.
Bye.